Hello, creepy crawlers. Welcome back to some dungeon crawlstone soup. We are forgefluffs the fabricator. What we got going on here? Some spells, probably. We're forge. Ooh, Bjorgnors. It's been a few days since I did our last set of recordings, so I'm just gonna do my normal check-in. When I open it up and we see not much equipment, we can assume we're a caster. I like this ringmail, though. Pretty solid early game armor. A scroll situation. Ooh, we need to identify our scrolls. Let's do a little bit of that. Fog. Fog's good. I guess that's the only one that we have multiples of. Ah, shucks. What about potions? We've got some good potions. Okay. Ambrosia's not bad. Might's fine, I guess. Berserk Rage is a potion that exists. Alright. Where have we been? Where are we going? Haven't even found the lair, and we're on Dungeon 10. Goodness. Guess we peek into Dungeon 11 to try and find the lair. I do feel like that's probably our next bet, because we don't have a ton of resistances, and I like to have a little bit of that for Orc. Hey, troll. I was gonna say, there's a troll around here somewhere. Right, Spike Bolt, Lightning Spire, Kinetic Grapple. Good deal. Alright. What are we working towards? I think we have a cool shield in our inventory. Yeah. Shield. So we're working on shields and Bjorgnor's stuff. Yeah, okay. Good deal, good deal. Sounds fun. How are you guys? How are you doing? Are you well? Are you struggling? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I care about you. Ooh, here we go. Some acid dragon scales. The thing with dragon scales is that normally, like, something like acid dragon scales would be pretty good. But we have a really high enchantment artifact already, and we can make our artifacts better as mountain dwarves. So, I don't know that we're going to be doing all that much with scales. Ooh, Cyclops. Goodness. Some stout monsters already here on Dungeon 11. But I would prefer to do layer before orc. Knolls? No problem. Deconstruct that, and let's do, like, It's not the easiest spell to position anymore, necessarily. I'm gonna have to hope that it ends up in the right spot, and it's really not. So I think we're just gonna stick with our spike launcher for this group. But good to know that these like long, skinny hallways are kind of a problem currently. What other spells do we have? Passwall. Passwall. Shouldn't forget about Passwall. And Swiftness. Those are good spells. Can't carry that many items. Alright, well, we can drop some of this junk. A hammer. I don't think we're going to be using a mace of protection either. +4 scimitar of flaming is more likely to land than a war axe of flaming. Alright, we'll drop some of the junk weapons we were carrying around for, well, at this point, not much good reason. Alright. Picked up another Scroll of Amnesia. Amnesia is interesting. Do we care to forget any of these? Not really. I kind of like all of these spells for now. So we're just going to waste the scroll. That's fine. We're worshipping Sif Muna, so those scrolls are way less of a priority than they normally are. Oh, there's the layer. Okay, we're actually going to stop. Auto-explore. It's kind of annoying that it's an Ocklob, though. Like, Do we kind of have to do this? Like, are we just summoning lightning spires until they land in the right spot? That seems unlikely. I mean, this can't be the intended gameplay loop, right? Especially since it's not even doing what I want it to. Okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. Cleared an off-lob. Challenge level impossible. Okay, I don't love spawning where we spawned. This could be kind of a rough start. And maybe we... Ooh, this is a really tricky layer start. We've got blink frogs and hell rats. Yeesh. They're faster than us, both of them. The blink frogs, I don't know, they teleport away, so they kind of... Ooh, what do we do here? Do we have evocables? Kinda. Charming. Maybe charming is the answer. 49%? Yeah, I think charming is the answer. I think that's... Got a hell rat on the first one, and then maybe we get a blink frog? Yeah, okay. I see what we're doing here. Alright, attack new target. Attack this, I guess? Keep hitting the wrong hotkey, and that is making this fight harder than it needs to be. What are we doing here? Continuing to fight. We're starting to take damage, and our mana is, shall we say, challenge level? The 2 extra lightning spires that I cast out of nowhere definitely didn't help with that situation. Okay, let's do one more of those, and then retreat upstairs, maybe? I don't know. Wyvern is stout. Maybe we try to charm this Mamba as well. Yeah, there we go. All right, now I'm feeling a little bit better about our whole situation here. Never forget your evocables, children. Because they can just... Yikes. What keeps hitting me? Yeah, so maybe, what's our Mind Burst chance on this wyvern? Pretty good? Alright, good. Alright, made it out alive. I didn't really want you to follow me. Maybe retreat in this direction? Yeah, and let me, like, go relax for a minute. Okay, alright. I feel confident that I can kill one blink frog. Blink frog. Say that 5 times fast. Okay, spellcasting is at level 8. Maybe with... Yeah, I think with this start... Oh, okay, we already have it set to timeout at 8. Alright, good deal. Yeah, we'll leave spellcasting there for a little while. It's like we don't have anything else right this second that we want to memorize. Especially not for 8 levels of... Oh, well, hi then. Yeah, I'm okay with doing a little bit of stair dancing here. Ugh. It's not my favorite, but like this Black Mamba, goodness. Maybe we Mind Burst it also? There we go. Alright. Yeah. I guess our armor class isn't amazing? Is there anything we can do about that? I mean, we've got this kite shield that we're working towards. What are our percentages if we put on the kite shield? 4, 3, 14 are our worst spells. 11, 9, 32. I don't love the 9 on Lightning Spire. That's kind of our bread and butter. And it's for how much extra shields? 4 extra shields and 3 extra armor class. Ooh, maybe we turn Forgecraft back on for a minute and Air Magic back on for a minute, and we just recognize that we're going through a power dip so that we can survive like this fight and the next one. We consider that maybe it was a bit ambitious to switch all the way over to Bjorgnar's. Let's maybe... Let's just back up to right here so that we can do this. Yeah. Now we finally got a wall for our spike launcher. That's the really critical thing, I think, with int +3 chainmail. Well, that definitely doesn't feel as good as what we're wearing. Resist poison, C invis, stealth +5 ringmail. I mean, we only get 1 armor class and we lose 4 evasion. Yeah, hard pass. Okay, that's fine. Komodo dragon. Enter the dragon. Alright. We're getting there on Bjorgnars. I wish we had it active, but honestly, the fight that we needed it to be active for was the entry fight into the lair here, and well, it wasn't. So we had to use a few wand charges, but I think that was all we had to use. I'm not too mad about that. Please don't kill me because I misjudged the size of this pack. Think we'll be okay, but I'm a little embarrassed. Especially by this this frog that figured out the gap in my defenses. I don't love that placement. Maybe we can just grapple it down. Okay, alright. Yeah, Forgewright really likes for you to be able to do just a little bit of melee damage. Just a little bit. Like, as a treat. Well, yeah, our shield skill getting better will also make these spells more castable. Yak Pack. I think we can take a Yak Pack. Especially with good forge placement. I mean, say what you will about the mobility of this class. The spells are strong. A Sentinel's Mark A. That's keen. Alright. There's a lot on this level still. I don't love it. Let's go ahead and take out this moccasin because it's just going to chase us down. Anyway, oh, there's the horde. Okay. I don't love this. I think we don't have cancellation. So we could teleport, but we're still going to end up... What are my odds that I can, like, charm my way out of this? Like, charm here... No. Alright, we're reading teleport. This is just super not where we can win this fight. This is not a winnable fight from this position. And in fact, I might have waited too long to read the teleport even so, but, you know. Okay, single polar bear, doable. Hallway with only 2 entrances, doable. Once again, miscast the thing. Okay, alright. Yeah, this mark is just really rough. Let's read a Scroll of Fear. That did not affect the elephant that I wanted it to affect, so that's not great. How else do we get out of this? I mean, obviously we're going to need to read another Scroll of Teleportation. Let's do that and hope we don't die this turn. Yeah, we died this turn. Well, that's a shame, ladies and gents. We lost our first Forgewright. That's okay. You know, I feel like that was a pretty rough Sentinels mark. We shouldn't have really been in that position in the first place, but what can you do? Sometimes you get Malevolent Force and it just... You don't play around it quite well enough. That was a survivable circumstance. We just didn't use our escape tools rapidly enough. We had Blinking Unidentified, Brand Weapon, would have been fine, I guess. Potion of Haste, Unknown. Alright, well, you know, that's okay. You win some, you lose most of them with this game, until you're, like, better at it than I am. The really super good players can, like, win all of their games, and they're amazing. But if you're watching me, that's not what you're here for. You're here for mid-play only. Alright, well, we will leave it at that for this video. We'll just wrap up this particular character, and we'll start with a new one. Next time. Sorry for the anticlimax, but, you know, it's a little bit rough, playing some of these new patches, is all I'll say. You know, I'm not necessarily at my strongest with Forgewrights. So maybe next video we'll switch it up a little bit and we'll try a Classico combo rather than something new and see if we can't get a win, just so that we can get one on the channel, like for fun and stuff. But for now, thanks for watching. This was certainly a fun series to record, and we'll be back with more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. As always, make sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment if there's something that made you super mad or something that you super liked, because that'll boost that algorithm and get me more little bug friends to play with. So thanks. I'll see you next time.